Hey everybody, welcome back to Nutrition Bootcamp Day 5. Today we are talking about food labels. This isn't something that I just want you to do during Nutrition Bootcamp. This is a habit that I want you to pick up for life. If you are eating something that comes out of a package or a wrapper, I want you to flip it over and look at the label. And so we're gonna talk about what is on these food labels and what you should look for. So I have an example right here. So this is one of my son's favorite quick things to put together. This is a pasta that you can microwave. When we flip over and look at the food label, there's a couple things that you look for. You wanna look and see how many servings are in a container. So in this package right here, there are 2 servings per container. That means if he eats this whole bag, he is getting 2 servings. Now, the next thing that I'm gonna look for is I'm curious what are the macro makeups in this particular food. So the total calories for 1 serving is 190 calories. The whole container is 380. The fat is 1.5 for 1 serving. 3 for the entire package. The carbs are 41 grams for half of this and 82 grams of carbs for the entire thing. Total sugar is 0 for half and 1 gram for the entire thing. And protein is 7 grams for half of this serving, and for the entire package is 14 grams. And so that tells you a little bit about what's inside of here. This is primarily a carb source, right? It's not a source of fat. There's only 3 grams of fat in here if you eat this entire thing. And protein, 14 grams if you eat this entire thing. That's not nothing, but it's 82 grams of carbs, which means this is a significant portion of carbs. Now, the other thing that I wanna look at is the ingredients. So I'm gonna go down and it says there's water, pasta, durum, wheat flour, olive oil, sea salt, and it contains wheat ingredients. So now I know what is in here. And so then I can decide, is this something that I want to eat? And at what portion size do I want to eat this? So it says half of this container is a portion size, so that's helpful to know, but it also tells you that it is 120 grams. Now, when it says the portion size, it's saying a serving size is 120 grams. It's talking about something different than when it says that the carbs are 88 grams. The portion size, 120 grams, is the actual weight of it. And so if I was to measure out 120 grams with my food scale, that would give me the correct portion size. And that portion size would be 41 grams of carbs, right? It says it on here, 1 portion, and then 41 grams of carbs. Now I wanna show you another food label so you can understand, because people often ask about protein supplements and they're like, hey, which one should I have? Let's take a look. So this particular protein is 120 calories for 1 scoop, has 1 gram of fat, 2 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of protein. So that is pretty much mostly protein, right? That's what all this is basically a protein source. Then if I look at the ingredients, which I wanna look at the ingredients, whey protein isolate, whey protein concentrate, natural flavors, sunflower lectin, stevia extract, and sea salt. And then I can decide, is this something that I want? Do those ingredients work for my body? Is this the kind of protein supplement I want? Usually when you're buying a protein shake, you wanna go between, at least 20 grams of protein should be in a serving. We'll do another bootcamp day on supplements. Looking at this label can be incredibly helpful because I can decide, is this something that I want? That is the whole reason to look at labels. If you look at the label and you say to yourself, oh, I thought I was getting protein, but turns out this is mostly fat, then you can make an informed decision. So let's take a look at this peanut butter right here. Oftentimes people think that peanut butter is a good source of protein. Well, let's find out. On here it says that 2 tablespoons of this is a serving, 33 grams. Remember, 33 grams is the weight. How much does it weigh? So 2 tablespoons or 33 grams. For that amount, we get 190 calories, 16 grams of fat, 8 grams of carbs, and 7 grams of protein. So what that tells me is that most of the calories in peanut butter comes from fat. I would consider this a fat source, not a protein source. Does it include protein? Yes, but this is most of the calories in peanut butter are coming from fat. And I learned that from looking at the food label. And so now I'm gonna see what's in here. Sugar, palm oil, and contains 2% or less of salt and molasses. And then I can decide, is that something that I wanna eat? Do those ingredients work for my body? Am I looking for a fat source because that's what's here? And then I can say, okay, I want to have this or I don't. And what is a portion size? Now I know how to read that. And my last example is gonna be yogurt. So a lot of people ask, what kind of yogurt should I pick? Well, if you're looking for a protein-rich yogurt, then now we can understand what to look for on the label. So if I look at the back of this particular yogurt, I can see that 1 serving is 3/4 of a cup or 170 grams, right? So I could weigh out 170 grams and that would be one serving. I could measure out 3/4 of a cup and I would be getting 120 calories, which is made up of 3.5 grams of fat, 5 grams of carbs, and 17 grams of protein. So that tells me that this particular yogurt, most of the calories are coming from protein. So this is an excellent source of protein. So if I wanted to have this with my breakfast, this would be a great way to get in a solid serving of protein. And I only know that from looking at the food label. And so today's boot camp target for you is to take a look at the food labels of the foods you consume most often. So the ones that are in your pantry that are regulars for you, that you consume at least once or twice a week. I want you to flip over the package and take a look at the label. Did you learn something new? Are you understanding the portion size correctly? Are you choosing it with open eyes, knowing that this is a good protein source, a good carb source, a good fat source? Are you okay with the ingredients that are in there? Are you uncertain what those ingredients are? I just want you to take a look. Your target for the day is to take a picture and share a food label from something that you eat pretty consistently. If you learned something new about it, make a comment and share what you learned by looking at that food label, especially if it was something different than you thought. So that is your target for today. Hopefully this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions about food labels. Remember, everything you eat from now on, if it's in a package, I want you to flip it over and look at the food label. You're gonna look at portion size first, and you're gonna look at what calories are and what macros make up those calories: protein, fat, carbs. And then I want you to look at the ingredients and decide, does that work for you? Is that what you're looking for? Is that what you want? And if it is, eat it. And if it's not, don't. Now you have information and more decision-making power around your food choices, all from looking at the labels. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a good day. Bye.